Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Cleveland Pauls. Today, just going to be a short video. I know a lot of you Cleveland sports fans who come to this page, you might not see a whole lot of the Cleveland Indians, which, that's definitely on our bad. Not a whole lot to talk about on their front just because their season is super long. But I'm going to have a halfway season review out, talking about the first half of the season, what went well, what didn't go well. That should be an interesting video now that we're at the All-Star break. And today we're going to be talking about the first round draft pick that the Cleveland Indians selected this year in the 2021 MLB draft. Before we get into this one, make sure that you drop a subscribe. Make sure that you hit the like button. That really helps us out. We don't love asking for it, but as a smaller channel, we really do appreciate every like, every subscribe that we get. And drop a comment down below. Have you heard of this guy? Do you know? Do you follow college baseball in any sense, any capacity? I know a lot of people that do, but it's going to be interesting and should be a good video. And make sure you interact with us down in the comments. But let's get into this one. So getting into the draft footage from last night, we get to see MLB Network, their panel of analysts talking about right before the pick some potential needs that the Cleveland Indians might be looking for. It's definitely a good organization. It has been a good organization over the years for pitchers. I know that that's a pretty big consensus when it comes to, who the Cleveland Indians might draft, even though it's not as relevant as other sports, football, basketball, totally different instant impact players that are going to be on your roster day one. Baseball, definitely a little bit different. They're going to sit some time in your farm system. They're going to sit in single A, double A, and triple A. So it's definitely less consequential of a draft. But now here you see baseball's Commissioner Rob Manfred coming out to elect the pick. And, he says the Cleveland Indians have drafted right-handed pitcher Gavin Williams from Eastern Carolina University. An interesting pick, a big right-handed pitcher, Gavin Williams, number 23. I thought it was interesting that he was, pro-comped to Garrett Cole and even Lance Lynn. And from the broadcast booth, from the analysts on MLB Network, that's big praise. Being compared to Garrett Cole in any sense of your game is just a crazy good start for this young man. As you could see, 6'6", 238. Big kid, number 31 prospect on MLB.com. And even one of the guys on the broadcast said that when this draft is all said and done, with how, star-studded the pitchers were in this draft, that Gavin Williams, we could look back and say Gavin Williams was the best pitcher from this draft. Just a big, lanky kid, hitting 100 miles an hour, 101 miles an hour in his junior year, I believe, at East Carolina University. So thoughts for the pick, I like it a lot. I think that pitching can always go, in your favor. You're always going to need pitching. I've always prioritized wanting pitching over hitting. It's not the most glamorous way to go, but it makes sense as far as building a team and staying competitive. And that's exactly what the Cleveland Indians have done the past decade. You had the likes of, even going back to Justin Masterson, of course, Corey Kluber, and now, the reigning All-Star Game MVP, Shane Bieber, and Cy Young Award winner, along with, a couple of other guys. Easily our bullpen, has been star-studded for the past decade as well. But I think it's a great move, from the Indians organization. I like the pick a lot. You can never have enough starting pitchers. He gets pro comp to Brandon Woodruff there, which that's probably more on the conservative side. But having 4 pitches coming out of college, if he could throw 4 pitches, 4 strikes, that's a big plus, of course. That's a lot of versatility to work with. And it sounds like he's not totally polished around the edges, and that's to be expected. He's a college kid, but he's going to have some stuff to work on. His athleticism off the mound was a comment from the MLB Network crew, that he needs to become a little bit more athletic off the mound. But I mean, look at those stats in 2021. 10-1 with a 1.8 ERA and 81 innings pitched with 130 strikeouts and only 21 walks. That's a lot of strikes. AAC Player of the Year. He wins Conference Player of the Year. He has 10 strikeouts against Vanderbilt. So, I couldn't be happier with the pick as far as not knowing a whole lot about all the prospects at the later half of the first round. Obviously I knew about Jack Leaders and Kumar Rockers, but maybe getting a diamond in the rough steal here with Gavin Williams. Well, guys, that wraps it up for today's video talking about Gavin Williams, the first round selection by the Cleveland Indians in this year's 2021 MLB draft. I hope you guys liked it. I really liked the pick. Let me know down below, if you have feelings either which way as it comes to the pick. Do you like it? Is there somebody that we missed on? Did we miss on a big bat that could really help, our pro lineup in the near future? Or do you think that this was a great move by the Indians organization? I really trust the front office as far as the Cleveland Indians goes. I know that's a hot take in a lot of sports media, Cleveland scenes in the Cleveland, industry that, maybe the Dolans are a little bit cheap, but I really trust their leadership. I trust the front office. Chris Antonetti, I think they've done a great job the last 10 years keeping us consistent, keeping us competitive, and keeping us in playoff races. And of course, the one World Series appearance. But like I said, we're going to be back with a first half breakdown of the Cleveland Indians season, talking about how the first half of the season went and what to look forward to coming out of the All-Star break. But I hope you guys like this one, and we'll see you in the next one.